Okay, I'm gonna try recording this. So this is a motor that came out of my 4200 or engine, whichever you want to say. That hole in the block was hooked to the air compressor. That on that neck was hooked to the heater core. So I'm trying to figure out, because like I've been through this without a heat, building no heat in the block. So that's how it was. I think, I don't know if it matters which way you go in the head on the compressor, but so that's what I'm saying. That's how it was plumbed. That connection I got screwed in there, that'll be heater hose. This was a heater hose here connection. This was I believe where the air compressor originally hooked up, and that connection is for my rheostat for my shutters. Trying to get everything swapped over here. So then what I did is I was trying to figure this out, and I think I figured out where I screwed up. So this is my heater now, but then I hooked the heater up here instead of the air compressor. And then I brought the air compressor hooked up like it originally did there, if I remember right. I'll have to try looking back at some pictures. And then I brought the heater or the air compressor back to here. So that's two outs, ain't it? Or how would that work? And then I know that's the flow it showed in the book goes this way in the block. So that would have been a return. And the return there. So I'll have to look if that's a return or a suction there. I can't remember which way it flows. No, that's in the bottom of the water pump, so that has to be a return. That has to be a return there, I would think. And then an out here, because this is the top of the water pump. Both of these are going to the bottom of the water pump, so them should both be suction. Suction here and suction here, I think. And then they got this hose to come off the radiator. I'm going to eliminate this hose. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. But this was an air bleed hose. But there's different thermostats in this than the engine I just got. The engine I got has got the, oh, how do you say it, with the open center thermostats. These are like a flat plate and closed off. So that generator didn't have this hose on it. I'm going to eliminate this hose because I'm going to use the thermostats that are in that generator. But yeah, as far as the water flow, like I said, I could not get no heat out of this engine. So so yeah, I was bypassing the thermostat because I got the heater hooked up to the head. So the only thing adding heat to the engine was the head. And if I had it hooked up the way it was originally, this would be the out to the heater and the return down there, and the return would go past the oil cooler into the block, through the head, and then up. So that's what I said. And then if I come out here to my air compressor, whenever my air compressor is running, there should be building heat. So that would be adding. I just don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. So I'm trying to talk through this. So is that my whole issue? Is that basically I bypassed the thermostat somehow by going out and into the head, into the block again, back to the block? And I removed too much heat with the heater core? But you'd still think it would be building some heat, but this thing would not build heat. So I'm trying to, when I put this back in, figure out how I'm going to build heat. And the other issue I got is my top hat up there on the blower has my air inlet for the air compressor. I don't have that hookup on that turbocharged engine, and then I'd be losing boost pressure if I hooked up to there besides. So I got to figure out if I just put an air cleaner on that, like one of them valve cover little oil bath air cleaners, or if I tap a fitting in and put a fitting into the air duct somewhere. So, well, biggest issue, like I said, is trying to figure out this heating. Like I said, this is the rheostat I was talking about that goes in the front of that one. And then, like I said, the water valve goes in the side of it there. So that should all hook up to that. I don't foresee any problem there. And then this hose goes to the top tank. I just don't understand what they're... Because that goes to the top tank, so that should bleed out any air, right? But then if the radiator ain't plumb full, you'd think that would inhibit flow. I'm going to have to look and see. Can anybody tell me? Maybe I need to eliminate this hose too. But the truck worked before for many years, so... Well, the plot thickens. Okay. Like I said, that is the what I switched before, and I'm pretty sure this is I'm positive this is where the air compressor was hooked before there, but I switched, like I said, and I brought the air compressor down to here where the heater was hooked up before. So, and the heater was always hooked here, one of them. But this heater hose back here that I have now hooked up to here was run up to the front up there. So that's what I said. That's where I switched. Did I reverse? So I'm bypassing the thermostat or what? I don't know if anybody can give any input on it. Be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. God bless all. Be safe. Keep the greasy side down. Remember, love one another. Take care, all.